welcome to Realm Painters. In today's video, I'll be painting the Hedonites Blissbard archers. I feel like I've gotten a bit better with painting skin compared to the sister that I painted a while ago that looked like Deadpool, if you remember that. It's been about a year, so I thought, I think I've grown enough to where I can paint basically a half-naked model. So I hope you do enjoy the video, and if you can like and subscribe, we would really appreciate it. And really, other than that, let's get to painting. Before we get painting, let's get the model primed black. I used Chaos Black from Citadel. Now we can hit the ground running by painting the skin. Let's start simple by base coating every section of skin with Bugman's Glow, including the face. This will be a solid undertone for the following highlights. We will use Cadian Flesh Tone for the base highlight. Go ahead and paint this on most of the flesh, only excluding the areas between the mounds of muscles and in the creases of the skin. You'll also add Cadian Flesh Tone on most of the face, excluding the creases between her nose and cheek, under the bottom eyelid and eyes themselves, as well as leaving the scar up her cheek. And this is the desired result after the first highlight step. Now that this highlight is fully covered, we can then use a mix of Cadian Flesh Tone and Bugman's Glow to smooth out the skin. I usually do this a few different ratios of the paints in order to get a smooth gradient. Once this first base highlight of the skin is done, we can continue on with the next highlight with Keys of Flesh. This highlight will go about 3/4 on top of the previous highlight, and this also includes the top of her cheeks and the tip of her nose. If need be, you can then mix both Cadian Flesh Tone and Kislev to smooth out the lightest highlight. Now that the base of the skin is complete, we can continue on to the face itself by using Wraithbone to add in the whites of the eyes. Lastly, with a little bit of Bugman's Glow, color in her lips. Before we continue on with the hair, here's a turnaround of how the model looks so far. Next, we can base coat her hair Dawnstone before adding a gray sear highlight on the strands of the hair, and the body portion is done. Next up, we can get the armor and clothing done, and let's begin with the armor. I'll be using Liberator Gold for the plating, so what I like to do before painting onto the model is to undercoat the sections in Dunebowl Brown. This should include the headpiece, shoulder armor, corset trim, and belt. I found that painting Liberator, which is quite pale and a bit thin, will need to be layered if painted over black. So I believe painting Liberator Gold over Dunebowl Brown helps immensely in avoiding too thick of a paint. And once you have the Dunebowl Brown undercoat finished, cover it with Liberator Gold. Then with Ironbreaker, base coat the middle section of her pauldron. Next, we can use Agrax Earthshade to wash the Liberator, making sure it pools in the divots in the armor. This should include like the symbol on her chest and the edge around the Ironbreaker pauldron. Once the wash is dry, use Runefang Steel to highlight the edges of the Liberator gold, as well as adding a highlight on the top of the silver section on the pauldron. Then with Druchii Violet, wash the bottom half of the silver pauldron piece. Now we continue on with the corset piece, the leather straps on her back, and gloves by base coating them in Abaddon Black. This can be optional, however it may be needed if you accidentally painted them with previous colors in the earlier steps. And now we can start with the first highlight using Incubi Darkness. This will go onto the upper sides of the muscles and knuckles, as well as the bottom section of the corset. Then with Thunderhawk Blue, edge highlight the gloves, corset, and straps. Next, let's paint the cloak on her waist. We can start with the cloak on the waist by base coating it with Sirius Purple. Then paint the inner creases in the cloak with Brocknar Burgundy. Next, we can add in the highlights using a mix of Sirius Purple and Dakala Lilac, about 3:1 Sirius and Dakala. Now we can continue with the headpiece cloth by base coating in Dakala Lilac. Then, with a tiny mix of white and Dakala Lilac, I specifically use Vallejo White, highlight the upper creases of the cloth. Then, with a tiny mix of white, with Druchii Violet, highlight the upper creases of the cloth. Now that we have most of the clothing and armor completed, we can go ahead and paint the little accessories. With Ironbreaker, base coat the coins connected to her headpiece cloth and waist cloth, as well as the rivets on her left arm and ankle ring. Then with known oil, wash off the ironbreaker. Once dry, use Runefang steel to edge highlight the silver pieces. All that's left for the clothes and armor is the blue gems on the headpiece, the waist cloak, and anklet, as well as the plume. Let's do all the gems first by base coating them in white. I use Flaya white. Next, use Lothern to get the first color down. This will cover all of the gem except the outline and a small dot on the bottom of the gem, like this. Then with Sotek Green, paint it over the top part of that previous Lothern. Then, back with white, add a small highlight dot in the Sotek section, and the gems are done. Now we continue on with the plume by base coating in Brocknar Burgundy. Then with Sirius Purple, we can make a bit of a gradient on the bottom of the plume. You can use a mix between these two colors to smoothen out the gradient if need be. Then go ahead with the highlight using Screamer Killer. This will go on the upper strands of the plume. And the armor and clothing are completed. And now all that's left is the weapons. So let's start off by base coating the quiver, bow, and leather straps connected to the quiver to her scarf, and arrows with Abaddon Black. Then use Dark Reaper to paint the first edge highlight. This also includes the top side of the arrows and quiver. Then use Thunderhawk Blue for a second highlight. I like to use this near the edges of the bow to create a sort of a highlight gradient from the Dark Reaper and Thunderhawk. Next, we can paint the feathers for the arrows, first by base coating them in Stegodon Scale Green. Then with Sotek Green, go ahead and highlight the edges of the feathers. Now we can paint the gems inside the feathers, as well as the one on the quiver, by base coating them in Cantor Blue before adding a highlight on the top and bottom of the gem with white. Next, we can start with the metallics by base coating the bow, quiver, and sword handle with Dunable Brown before topping it off with Liberator Gold. Then you can go ahead and base coat the sword blade and hoops connecting the quiver and leather with Ironbreaker. Now we can continue with the washes by washing the Liberator Gold with Agrax Earthshade, as well as washing the silver with Nuln Oil. Once that's dry, use Runefang Steel to highlight the edges on both the gold and silver. And the weapons are complete! Lastly, onto the terrain. So this is just for the statue she's perched on, which will be base coated in Administratum Grey entirely. Then, with some watered down Nighthaunt Gloom, wash all over the statue, making sure it gets into all the nooks and crevices. And once that's all dry, go ahead with Administratum Grey and either dry brush over the statue or just use a regular brush and basically clean it all up. And then with Green Sear, edge highlight the rock, and it's all done! I hope you liked today's video. After painting this lady, I'm actually quite excited to paint the rest of the unit. I just think, with their style that they have and all of their accessories, they're detailed, but they're fun, It's not like a whole drag to paint them. And this could be one of the units that I actually finish, because I still have plenty of units that are not done from past tutorials. I kind of just paint one and I'm done. But not this unit. I will do it, I promise. It may take a while, but I'll do it. But let me know if you want any other Hedonite tutorials. I wouldn't be mad at it. I mean, I really like the little dinosaur guys with the little long tongues, so that could be an interesting tutorial. But if you have any other thoughts, just let us know down in the comments below. And if you can also like and subscribe, we would really appreciate it. Or even if you have any other tutorials you want us to do, just let us know and we'll think about it. And with that, we'll see you in another realm.